In almost 2 weeks since Isaac Muse was shot to death at home in Portland. Good evening, everyone. I'm Lindsay Mills.
And I'm Lee Nelson. Thanks for joining us. We still don't know what happened inside that house, and that is frustrating Muse's family. They also want to know why nobody's been arrested. News Center Samantha York has more. Sam?
I actually met Muse's aunt by chance last week in Lewiston, and she told me her family was hoping for more answers. Portland's interim police chief says his detectives are working as fast as they can, but a crime as complex as this one takes time, and they want to make sure the investigation is done right.
What happened that night inside that home on Milton Street?
That's the question police and the family of Isaac Muse want answered. Answers Portland Police Chief Vern Malik says will come eventually.
It's a very complex issue, and it will take more than a matter of simply days. It will probably take a matter of weeks to get this analysis done.
The 22-year-old was found shot to death almost 2 weeks ago. So far, no arrests have been made. His family, who has declined our requests for interviews, isn't happy with how long the process is taking. According to an interview Muse's sister did with Essence magazine earlier this week, the family has gone as far as hiring a civil rights attorney, saying they believe Isaac's death was a hate crime and say they're disappointed by the lack of answers from police.
They're frustrated, but I think their frustrations come from a good place because they've lost a son, a brother, and a young man, and they're suffering.
Though Chief Malik says he understands where the family is coming from, he believes giving out details of the incident too soon could put the investigation at risk.
We're very sensitive to the Muse family's desire to have more information, but we're also sensitive to preserving the integrity of the investigation.
Now, one other thing Chief Malik mentioned, ultimately the decision to release any information about Isaac Muse's death lies with the state's Attorney General's office. He says his detectives have no control over that. Back to you.
All righty, Sam, thank you very much.
Well, it's definitely bright out there again today.
Yeah,
definitely getting good use out of my sunglasses this week. Do I have to put them away anytime soon? I'm really hoping
you do,
no.
like tomorrow.
No.
Basically, but what a stretch.
But don't lose them.
From Sunday morning to now, it's been sunny, which you don't see too often this time of the year. Official high 50 in Sanford, 51 in Portsmouth. Most of us in the mid-40s for a high today, but nice and bright, and just some high thin clouds starting to roll in now. Current temperatures are not dissimilar to our highs, 51 in Freiburg, 49 in Sanford. Here's your satellite, so you get the thicker cloud cover lurking over parts of Canada, and the high thin cloudiness is spilled now into the interior and the coastline, but it's just milky, so it'll stay nice through the rest of today, and then tonight we start clouding up. And the showers have already started moving into the mountains as well. As you can see, elevation driven in that some of the high terrain is seeing some snow shower activity in this, so you can pick out each one of these peaks right through New Hampshire and Maine based on it turning to snow at the higher terrain. But for most of us, just a couple of rain showers possible tonight as that front moves on through. Tomorrow is interesting because the timing of the front has gone back and forth on every computer model, and there's no consensus at all. So what we have to say is there's scattered showers tomorrow. It's certainly not raining through the whole day. And temperatures get, I think, fairly mild through the afternoon into the 50s. We'll see if we can clear out a chunk of time in the afternoon with a little sunshine. After that, it's all about the position of a front, guys, for the weekend. And we still have some wild swings in there depending on your location. So we'll talk more about that in a few.
All right, Keith, sounds good. Thank you. See you in a bit. In the news, President Trump is weighing in on the Jussie Smollett case, calling it an embarrassment to the nation. And Mr. Trump says the FBI and the Department of Justice will both review the case. This move follows sharp criticism from Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel and the chief of the Chicago Police Department after the charges against Smollett were dropped yesterday. The prosecutor says the actor indeed faked a racist anti-gay attack on himself, but still dismissed the charges. Smollett did agree to forfeit his $10,000 bond.
The Department of Housing and Urban Development is charging Facebook with housing discrimination. The charges come a week after Facebook said it would overhaul its ad targeting systems to prevent discrimination in housing, credit, and employment ads as part of a legal settlement. HUD insists Facebook technology collects extensive data about its users and illegally restricts who can view housing-related ads on its platform.
Surgeons in Baltimore have performed what's believed to be the first kidney transplant between two HIV-positive people. This is file video from a previous transplant. At Johns Hopkins University this week, an HIV-positive woman donated a kidney to a stranger who's also HIV-positive. Both are reportedly recovering well, and if this works long-term, it could open the doors to allowing thousands of people with HIV to become living kidney donors.
Walgreens will soon start selling cannabis-based products. The drugstore chain will sell CBD creams, patches, and sprays in nearly 1,500 stores in select states, though. Right now, Maine is not among those states. Earlier this month, CVS announced it would start selling topical products infused with CBD. Federal officials have not approved it for use in food or beverages. However, Governor Janet Mills just yesterday signed a law allowing CBD to be used in food products here in Maine.
The EU, the European Union, is making a big move to help clean up the oceans. It has just approved a law that would ban plastic products like plates and cutlery and straws starting in the year 2021. And the vote was really lopsided. 560 EU members voted for this, and only 35 voted against it. According to Bloomberg, about 80% of the trash in the oceans is plastic.
Wow, so no plastic straws, no plastic plates, cups,
It's huge.
Nothing.
Right.
That's a pretty big deal.
It really is a big deal.
Yeah.
And all the people who wash all the napkins and the plates will be very happy because it'll be more work for them.
Dishwasher overhaul.
Right. Yeah, no, that's a big move. There's no doubt about it. All right, we got to squeeze in a break coming up. A Maine chef wins a popular show and can finally tell people about the experience.
Oh, it's exciting. And an opportunity to give back any unwanted firearms. The guns are then recycled to be used in the garden. We'll explain later on Now. So it's interesting. I'm like tuned into this like plastic topic because it's something I'm going to explore for a special series later this month, or no, in May. And yeah, you hear a lot about the straws. You know, a lot of places. Do you ever use those paper straws?
I mean, I have, not often.
I get the paper straws are better for the environment because they break down a little bit easier, but they get so soggy so fast. So unless you drink quickly, they go soggy.
Right.
So today I went to get a smoothie and I thought, okay, I'm going to have to drink this fast because they only have paper straws here, and I just know this is how this is going to go. I'm going to brain freeze. Well, they actually had another type of straw that wasn't plastic, but it felt like plastic. And I wanted to like figure out what this was.
Where did you go?
The Maine Juice Company around the corner.
I went to Portland Pulp today, and they have plant-based straws. And
Plant-based straws, yeah.
You know what? There's pasta ones. Also.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
Yeah,
I
I've had
mean,
the pasta
I
ones.
wish I just walked around with Twizzlers all the time to take a bite off both ends, stick it in, call it a day.
Yeah, but then if it wasn't a sweet drink, it would be that would be gross. Actually, I think it would be pretty gross no matter what.
It'd make my Diet Coke a cherry Diet Coke. I don't know.
you guys are at the monitor.
Okay, cool. Hey, everybody watching on Facebook. Carla makes a good point. She says you can buy a lot of CBD products online.
Yes, you can.
Justin says it was a beautiful day in Turner.
Your thing here, right?
Oh, yes. Thank you so much.
Is that
Yeah, that's perfect.
about right?
Does Sharon use the
God, yeah.
vertical enhancement device too?
Or two.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Good. Yep.
We could.
This is cool.
We could make you taller, except that your knees would be like up here on me.
Just proportion. I could go to space like Keith was talking about the other day, and that anti-gravity could help extend my spine. Yeah. There's that.
I think we need a brain drops on that, because that does not sound feasible to me at all. That does not sound like a thing.
What doesn't sound feasible?
Going to space and having your spine stretched.
Yeah, you get bigger.
All right, stand by.
A secret that's been kept for more than a year is finally out of the bag. Natalie DiBenedetto, the owner of Figgy's Takeout and Catering in Portland, won the Food Network show Chopped. The program aired on Tuesday, but was actually filmed over a year ago in New York. The dish that won her $10,000 was right in her wheelhouse, fried chicken. She says keeping the secret was almost as nerve-wracking as doing the show itself. We're going to hear much more from her big victory coming up on News Center Maine at 5:30.
Yeah, Cindy actually went to the viewing party of that when they watched it, and everybody thought she was going to lose, and then she ended up winning. So yeah,
that's awesome.
We'll hear more about that next half hour. Somebody just became a millionaire several times over. A single ticket matched all 6 numbers in last night's $768.4 million Powerball jackpot. The ticket was sold in New Berlin, Wisconsin. A lot of ticket sales forced the jackpot to more than $765 million. So that would yield a cash payout of $465.5 million in a lump sum, the 4th largest lottery prize in U.S. history, by the way.
Someone's cheesehead just got a whole lot bigger. Well, it's just about time to play ball for real. The Boston Red Sox opening day. The defending World Series champs, Boston Red Sox, begin regular season out in Seattle when they square off against the Mariners in less than 2 hours from right now. With it being opening day, we wanted to know what your walk-up song would be. Join the conversation right now on our Facebook and YouTube live streams. There are plenty of good submissions like Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi and John Fogerty's Center Field. I feel like that's a great one.
Yeah.
One surprise, though, was Baby Shark. Come on, guys. That was mentioned a few times.
Who's that?
Oh, it's Keith. Do you know this yet? You're a parent.
Shark?
Do you want me to sing
is it
it?
a little kid song?
I do not know
it goes Baby Shark doo 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 doo. Does Luca know that yet?
Oh, okay.
He's 11 months old.
Oh.
Yeah. He doesn't know any songs yet.
My dogs know the Baby Shark song.
Okay. And my kids are not babies. So what would your walk-up song be?
Lindsay, you have a lot to learn.
I do. I don't know. I've given this a lot of thought, and I really just don't know. Maybe something Spice Girls, like Spice Up Your Life or something. How about you?
Well, you know, it's funny. I'm all about Post Malone right now, except that there's probably not a song that you could play publicly. So I was thinking about that Imagine Dragons song, Welcome to the New Age, because I got that big bass drop in it.
Yes.
So maybe that one.
That's a good one.
If I ever have a walkout song, which I probably won't. But anyway, we got to take a break. Coming up, you'll want to check your credit card bank statements, especially after seeing what happened to one woman in Colorado.
Very interesting. And Keith's learning the Baby Shark song, and he's checking in with his forecast up next. With the Beats headphones.
When I went to a restaurant with Luca when he was 3 months old.
Yeah.
And this girl goes, the hostess goes, "Do you need a kids menu?" I go, "He's 3 months old."
We have a shark toy for Tito, and we sing the Baby Shark song when we play with the shark toy. That's so funny.
So, I don't know the Baby Shark song. I do not know it.
There's like
Where did it come from?
I don't know. I saw it I first heard it from my sister-in-law, and she said it was very popular. Then I've just seen it everywhere. It's everywhere, and once you hear it, it gets stuck in your head.
So I changed it to firearms just because you were about to say the same words.
Oh
so
yeah, perfect. Good catch, good catch.
No, it doesn't catch, but it's just a.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Oh, we're in the newsroom.
Oh, okay.
Whoops. Whoopsies, whoopsies.
Born to Run. There we go. See, you know what's funny?
He's handsome.
Ooh, look at the hairdo too. Kind of an attitude. What a shocker.
I know. I said this to Paula, and it says, "Hey girl, hey." He's got this like little. Just forcing to look at pictures of my baby.
He's cute and he knows it. Hey, it's nice you shared with the Facebook world because they always, oh sorry Sarah, I can get it. They always ask if they can see too. Thank you so much.
Oh, shoot,
What?
You're gonna regret singing that.
The Baby Shark song? I know, it's already in my head.
We're gonna cut it.
No!
Yeah.
The windows are gonna break.
Yeah. No, we're gonna cut it.
A little bit.
Damn it! And then it goes on. There's other versions. It's like it goes Grandpa Shark sings it like a grandpa. He's like, Grandpa Shark, doo 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 doo. I don't know. It's silly.
It's coming to a garden. Coming soon to a garden near you. Tools made for me myself. That's pretty fun.
Yeah. I know kids, like, I don't know. Sarah, do you know where the Baby Shark song came from, originated?
It's just like a YouTube video.
It was YouTube.
It's just like a little kid singing it, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like the cartoon version too.
Yeah.
So I think it's just like a kid song that went viral when they put it on YouTube, yeah.
Right. It's insane. If you say, Alexa, play the Baby Shark song, she'll play it.
Okay,
yeah.
I'll play it tonight then.
I should have been careful because we have one, I think, right there. I don't think it's plugged in.
I don't think it works.
Yeah.
Kind of way.
I love the sign that's on there.
A little step in.
Great.
Here we go.
Coming soon to a garden near you, recycled firearms.
It's part of a new gun give back program offered soon at local police departments.
We're not looking to take guns from people. This is just helping people who have a desire to get rid of their guns, get the guns out of the house for whatever their reasons are.
The Gorham Police Department is a spot to safely give back any unwanted firearms anytime.
And that happens on a regular basis where people will turn in guns.
But soon the department will be one of several to host a gun give back program, similar to Drug Take Back Day.
We'll have a couple people on scene, probably in Portland and maybe Gorham, doing the actual destruction, and then we'll take the pieces and ship them out to Colorado.
The Maine Gun Safety Coalition is working with police departments to repurpose those unwanted weapons.
I thought it was a great chance to bring guns in that are unwanted around the state from people's homes and then get something useful in return.
This rifle was found in the closet of a teenager unbeknownst to his parents.
Raw Tools, based in Colorado Springs, turns guns into garden tools. They'll eventually send the tools back to Maine.
We'll source them to local Portland community gardens for their use in raising plants and vegetables and flowers.
An opportunity to voluntarily get rid of any unwanted firearms and give communities the tools they need to seed.
I've never heard of anything like this.
So the Gun Give Back Day is planned for later this spring, Saturday, May 11th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have a list of all participating police departments at our website and mobile app.
Cool. Remember that movie In the Line of Fire? Did you ever see that?
I don't know.
Probably remind me who was in it.
Oh gosh, you would ask that. All I remember is the guy makes a gun out of plastic to try to assassinate the president or something like that.
Yes,
I don't know why that story made me think they're going the other way.
Yes,
they're turning guns into
right.
other things, but that movie, John Malkovich?
That sounds about right.
Well,
I'm
Facebook
the worst
might
movie
know that.
I know Baby Shark, but I don't know
You don't watch any of the movies?
I don't watch the movies, but I watch Baby Shark.
Jess doesn't watch movies either, and I found that like a weird blanket statement for someone to make. Like I said to Jess, I'm like, hey, have you seen this? She goes, I don't watch movies. Like, no movies.
Done. Capiche. Moving on. Thank you,
That's kind of like a big, it's like, do you like this band? I don't do music.
Right, I do not listen to music.
I don't like sounds, you know? Jess will get a chance to make fun of me at 11. Check it out tonight. 44 in Portland for a high, 50 in Sanford, 51 in Freiburg. We did pretty well today, and it's still relatively mild in a lot of spots, although we're starting to get the showers moving into the mountains and a couple of elevation snow showers in there as well. So we were sunny. The clouds rolled in as we anticipated late in the day, and so most of us got the chunk of the day nice and sunny, and now clouds moving in overnight tonight. Here are your snow showers in the higher terrain, rain showers elsewhere, and this whole front is going to work its way off to the coastline. So by tonight, everyone's going to see at least a chance of a shower that'll linger through much of the day tomorrow as well. As I mentioned, there is an astonishing lack of consensus on when these showers occur, not only tomorrow, but into Saturday. And so what happens on Friday is it looks like this front hangs out a bit on Friday morning, so there's a good chance of showers along the coast in the morning. But the question is, can we get this front offshore in the afternoon? I think we should be able to, which should get us a little bit warmer in the afternoon on Friday and dry through Friday night. But there is some inconsistency there. Now on Saturday, the warm front's going to lift through, so an early sprinkle. Then the middle of the day should be cloudy, but most of us will remain dry. The temperatures will be in the 40s and some low 50s, and then we start with clear skies, or at least cloudy skies on Sunday before the front comes through on Sunday afternoon. That's rain and mountain snow. And so as we thought would be the case here, this front has been just sinking its way south over time. And now on Saturday, it looks like the front is almost through Portland, which means to the north of that is cooler, to the south of it is warmer into the 50s. But the warm-up that looked like it could have been there on Monday just isn't going to happen on Saturday. It will happen Saturday night into Sunday with temperatures into the 50s and some 60s before this front crashes through on Sunday afternoon and into Sunday night. So that's kind of how it breaks down. Your best chance of warm weather is on Sunday. On the back end of that front on Sunday will be some snow in the mountains, 1 inch, 2, 3, whatever they measure, because they make it up in ski areas anyways. And that's what they'll get. Cooler on Monday. Tuesday looks good. Clouds increase Wednesday. Weird little subtropical low late next week, which means something, you know, it'd be very early in the tropical season. But there's something out there. I don't know that it's a big impact for us, but it's spinning around the Atlantic. So we'll see what that is.
Well, when you hear the word tropical, you think warm. Is that what you're telling us?
It would come with some warmer weather, but it probably would be rain. So
but
pick your poison there.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Mike on Facebook wants to know if you've ever thought about becoming a comedian.
No, because I'm not very funny. So that's like, I think that's one of the main things that you should have.
Right. I'll stand here and laugh, but I'm not paying for anything.
No, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like in a group of 5 people, I might be funny, but yeah. Thank you, though, Mike.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
All right, let's move on, shall we? And not to state the obvious here, but it's always important to check your purchase history, your credit card statements, etc. Being charged for something you did not buy does happen sometimes.
Definitely, and sometimes it's bad. A woman in Colorado was charged with 91 Uber rides that she never took.
We've all dealt with it. Parking in Denver is, well, limited.
You know, living in this area, it's just easy to jump in an Uber.
Lynn Otto certainly has.
Yeah.
And for 6 years, it's made her a pretty loyal Uber user. That is, until 3 weeks ago.
We went to dinner with a friend that live in the building, and they jokingly, when they pulled their car around, said, "Lynn, this is your Uber." And I said, "I'm not taking Uber anymore." And they asked why. So I told them that they have charged my credit card 90-something times. And
91 charges in 7 days.
Uber trip, Uber trip.
She showed us each one.
All of these. And I just saw Uber, 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 like 4, 5, 6 times a day.
Actually, it was 22 times on the first day, and about a dozen times each day after that, for an entire week.
I'm busy, but not that busy.
She started, of course, by canceling her credit card.
Yep.
Her bank told her to contact Uber. After a couple back-and-forth email conversations with little response, she resorted to posting on Uber's Facebook page.
My credit card was charged hundreds of times for rides I did not take. And
that's when she learned she wasn't alone on her Uber account.
You know, and the first thing they said to me was, well, it could have been a family member or a friend. And I said, no, I can confirm, I can show you my Uber. I can confirm that's not the case. So I have no idea who this person is.
She's waited and waited. 2 weeks later, still no money back from Uber.
The last I've heard from Uber was on March 17th. So that's why I'm really happy to be able to bring this spotlight to this, because I don't know if they will respond to me.
But she's nothing if not persistent.
Now you're in my dining room.
One call from 9 News this morning, Uber says they're crediting Lynn's account close to $200.
So this has just been more of an annoyance.
Crediting her.
Right.
So that means she can ride for free for a little while. But
what if she doesn't want to? Then
right,
she's out of luck.
She's really got to get her cash back.
Yeah, I'd argue that one.
Me too. All right, being a part of a couple can be challenging. Getting along, problem solving, taking care of the kids. But for a pair of bald eagles in Cumberland County, their partnership has taken flight, and one man has been capturing it for years. Carl Ramsdale of Old Orchard Beach has had his own eagle eye on this pair for the last 3 years. Carl says he spots the eagles around January, and they stay until fall. He has seen the couple mate, have eaglets, teach their young ones to fly, fortify their nest, squawk endlessly at each other. Oh, so they're just like a regular couple.
I just love that he shared the photos with us, because now we can share them with you, because they're so cool.
Yeah, super cool.
Very cool. Cats are hunters by nature, but if people want to feed them, they're willing to go along. And Soretti says Mo, her cat of 16 years, was out with them all day on Maranacook Lake. She says he loves Maranacook Lake. Thank you, Isaac. She says he loves the fish, and they catch and will eat them. Soret also says he will always come fishing if there are no dogs around. I love this video. I think I watched it 3 times today, over and over.
I saw it too. It is pretty cute.
Got her paw on the honey paw.
All right, we got a lot more news coming up straight ahead at 5:30. We'll see what Cindy's got for us. Hey, Cindy.
Hi, guys. Emergency crews are on the scene right now of a fire in Ellsworth. We are told that Oak Street has been shut down. It's unclear at this point as to when that will reopen. We'll have the latest on the battle to put that out. Also concerned, Washington County citizens want to reopen the Down East Correctional Facility, which is sitting empty right now in Machiasport. But the Department of Corrections is considering other sites as well, much to the chagrin of some. Those stories and more, all ahead at 5:30. Back to you.
Cindy, thanks so much. Stick with us. Brain drops when we come back. That's a name I've always struggled with because I want to pronounce it the wrong way every time, and then I do pronounce it the wrong way. Eek.
It psychs you out?
It does. Thank you guys for the baby shark encouragement. Paul said a contestant on Let's Make a Deal yesterday performed the baby shark song. That's hysterical.
Oh, I saw that.
That's awesome. Joe says he would use the News Center Now song as a walk-up song.
I'm out of here.
Can you hold this?
What else?
Smells like something's burning.
Lisa's watching from New Gloucester. Joy's watching from Freeport. Edith is weighing in on the Jussie Smollett case, saying leave him alone. He was found innocent. Let him move on. Well, they dropped the charges, and I don't know. It's very unclear. Oh, Fred has some.
How big a crime that would normally be? Because I've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
Jeff, you see the area that happened in?
Uh-oh. Womp womp. What's the brain drops today?
Little flat earthers.
Ooh. Your fave.
People. These are my people. Like, not really, but.
Oh, flat earthers. I don't know why, but I've had a recurring nightmare of being in a plane and nose diving. And I don't know if it's all this Boeing 737 coverage or what.
Could be WOW Airlines. They just stopped
Yes.
flying.
Like, capiche, done. Clay and I saw them at the airport recently, and we're like, WOW Airlines? Like, we'd never seen that before.
It's one of those ones that charges you to take like a hat on the airplane.
Yeah.
You know.
Honestly,
like,
though.
You want your whole body to go in there?
Yeah.
Wow, that's.
For a cheap ticket, though, like, stick me on the back of the plane. Like, I don't care.
I don't think it's really that cheap, though. Is my point. Is like a lot of these do this, and then it's like they add all this other stuff.
I think they were cheaper for like international. Cause I just booked a trip for September, and they were one of the cheaper options.
Ooh, where you going?
Ireland.
You didn't take WOW, though, did you?
No.
Oh.
Thank goodness.
Welcome to
Okay. WOW Airlines, not really related, because, but this is my favorite people, flat earthers, and I've gotten this question. Those who are have the privilege of spending as much time talking to these people as I do, they don't realize. They say, well, where does if there's a flat Earth, where's the end of it? So the theory here is, and I use this loosely, that Antarctica is not just one continent. It is smushed around the edges. You can see I've been looking at cars, by the way. Smooshed around the edges of the flat Earth, and so you get to the edge of the Earth, and there's this big wall of ice. Go down a little bit, guys, if you can. I think there's actually a schematic of this flat Earth. There we go.
Oh,
there we
wow.
go. Okay, so the idea is that this is the crust of Antarctica all the way around. So this article is talking about how these flat earthers are trying to raise money to go and take a boat and measure the coastline of Antarctica, because if their model is correct, it should be 60 or 70,000 miles of coastline, and if it's not, then it's going to be whatever it is, 12 or 13,000 miles. And so this is shows you the lengths people are willing to go to. And if you watch Behind the Curve, the Flat Earth documentary, what you'll realize is they can get on this boat. They'll fund it. They'll get on the boat. They'll measure 13,000, and they'll find a way to make it not real.
Well, it's like what you've said before. If you're looking to prove a point, you can find whatever you want to prove your point out there on the internet.
This is why I talk about flat earthers, not because they deserve that much attention, but because I think a lot of us have a little flat earther in us. We will Google the exact thing we want to be true, and we'll use that as a reference. And so it's just my way of reminding people that like some facts are facts, and you don't just find a group that says you're right.
Like how I justify eating Oreos before bedtime.
I think that's good.
It's
before
healthy.
The orthodontist too.
Study
like
finds that
Yeah.
Oreos are good before sleep. Just teasing.
Take us away.
Exactly. News Center Maine at 5:30 starts now. That's probably why I have cavities. Bye, guys.